The Daily Code Snippet. With these videos, we have been defining colors using different systems, but have not yet taken the time to explain those systems. So for the next episodes, we will be discussing how to add color to the web. The first and most basic system to define color is to use the color name system. In this system, colors are represented by predefined names. There are about 147 color names supported by all browsers. This system is rarely used because of the limited color palette, and for most people, other than maybe black, white, red, blue, and yellow, it is difficult to remember the rest of the color names acceptable to browsers. 17 of these colors are considered standard. Here are the colors used in the property background color: aqua, black, blue, fuchsia, gray, green, lime, maroon, navy, olive, orange, purple, red, silver, teal, white, and yellow. This is how they would display. The color name system is useful when you are trying to do something quickly, need a basic color, and do not have the time to look up a hexadecimal code or RGB mix, which will be discussed next. To see all 147 colors, check out this cool tool created by Commuter Creative at http://www.colors.commutercreative.com. The Rgb Color System represents the colors red, green, and blue. When red, green, and blue light are added together in different ways, they create a broad range of colors. It is an additive color model. This means the light spectra wavelengths are added together to create the final color. It is different from the CMYK color system that is used for print that represents cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, which is a subtractive color model that would apply to paints, inks, and dyes. In a subtractive model, the resultant color depends on the way a substrate reflects the light. In an additive model, the colors combined together create white, while in a subtractive model, the colors mixed create black. If all component colors have zero intensity, the result is black. If all components have the same intensity, the result is gray. When the intensities of each differ, the result is a hue. If a single component has a strong intensity, the hue will near the primary color: red, green, or blue. When two components have the same strong intensity, you will generate a secondary color: cyan, magenta, yellow. Cyan is green plus blue, magenta is blue plus red, and yellow is red plus green. Each secondary color is a complement to a primary color. Red complements cyan, green complements magenta, and blue complements yellow. In practice with the RGB model, the values of red, green, and blue are expressed as numbers between 0 and 255. So, RGB 000 is black, RGB 255 is white, RGB 128 is a gray, and RGB 102, 255, and 153 is a green. Here are the same 17 colors in the background color property using RGB color instead. Aqua is 0, 255, black is 000, blue is 255, 255 is fuchsia, 128 is gray, 128 is green, 255 is lime, 128 is maroon, 128 is navy, 128 is olive, 255 is 0 is orange, 128 is purple, 255 is red, 192 is silver, 128 is teal, 255 is white, 255 0 is yellow. This is how it would display. The final color system we will discuss this week is the hexadecimal or hex color system. A hex color is defined as a 6-digit combination of numbers and letters. Each set of 2 digits represents a mix of red, green, and blue. It is a shorthand method of writing out the RGB color mix. RR represents red, GG represents green, and BB represents blue. RR, GG, and BB are hexadecimal integers between 00 and FF that indicate the intensity of the color. This is why hashtag FF0000 is red, because red is set at its highest intensity, FF, but green and blue are at the lowest intensity, 00. Similarly, hashtag FFFF00 would be yellow because both the red and green are at their highest intensity, and we know that the combination of red and green produces yellow in the RGB color system. Mathematically, we are taking the RGB value and dividing it by 16. The hexadecimal numeral system is a positional numeral system that represents numbers using a radix or base of 16. There are 16 distinct symbols. The numbers 0 to 9 represent the values of 0 to 9, while the letters A to F represent the values 10 to 15. In this system, we deal with integers, so the fractions are converted to represent an integer. So how is the RGB color converted into a hex color? So if we take the color orange as an example, which has an RGB value of 255 for red, and 165 for green, and 0 for blue, we would first take 255 divided by 16 to get 15.94. This would mean the first digit is 15 or the letter F. We would take the fraction 0.94, multiply it by 16 to get 15.04, and that second digit would also be 15 and also be the letter F. So for the red, we would get a combination of the digits FF. For the next RGB value, for green, we would take 165 divided by 16 and get 10.31. The first digit is 10, or A. The fraction 0.31 is then multiplied by 16 to get 4.96. Because we are looking at integers, the second digit would then be 5. The blue color, represented by 0, would mean if we take 0 and divide it by 16, we get 0.0. The first digit is 0. And then 0 multiplied by 16 is also 0. So the second digit is 0. So the RGB mix for orange, that is 255, 165, 0, translates to the hex color of hashtag FFA500. Here are the same 17 colors in the background color property using hexadecimal color instead. Hashtag 00FFFF is aqua. Hashtag 000000 is black. Hashtag 0000FF is blue. Hashtag FF00FF is fuchsia. Hashtag 808080 is gray. Hashtag 008000 is green. Hashtag 00FF00 is lime. Hashtag 800000 is maroon. Hashtag 000080 is navy. Hashtag 808000 is olive. Hashtag FFA500 is orange. Hashtag 800080 is purple. Hashtag FF0000 is red. Hashtag C0C0C0 is silver. Hashtag 008080 is teal. Hashtag FFFFF is white. And hashtag FFFF00 is yellow. And just like the previous examples, the display doesn't change. We're presenting the same colors with 3 different color systems. Presented by Designers Learn Code.